Okay, good evening viewers, and thanks for joining us once again. Please excuse my my work clothes. This was meant to, well, first of all, hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a very safe New Year and a safe Christmas and all that sort of stuff. Once again, thanks for joining us again. So this video was meant to be regarding the Wilwood 9-inch that I had in here. Long story short, basically the customer came and picked it up. Now this is not dissing anybody at all. I'm just explaining because I was going to do a follow-up video regarding what had gone wrong with the diff. Quite a simple mistake. Luckily, a very easy mistake to overcome as well. So basically speaking, what happened there was this is a Ford axle. He provided Strange, who made the axles with the wrong measurement. Now, with the Wilwood brakes, they come in a couple of different offsets. Now, the offset that he needed or required was, from memory, 2.360. Now, once again, 2.360. Now, he provided them with a measurement of 2.30. So basically speaking, the reason that the back of the studs was fouling on the handbrake mechanism and springs was because A, that they were a screw-in stud, so they were a bit deeper here, but B, he had the wrong offset. So once I'd worked out exactly what had gone wrong and how to rectify it, I informed him of how I was going to rectify it and what to do. So basically speaking, what we were going to do is one of two things, because the Strange axles actually come with what they call a radius ring here. So what that actually does is, so that there's no sharp point here as such, or no sharp angle as such, they put a radius on there to try and strengthen the axle. Well, once you do that, well, then you need a flat surface for the bearing to seat onto. A bit better explained over here on this drawing. As you can see, this is a radius ring, then we've got the bearing, and then what they call a wedding ring, which is what we call a retaining ring. So once again, the radius ring takes up at the end of at the flange of the axle, so that it's not a square edge as such, as you can probably see there. So it's not exaggerated, it's not a square edge. So this radius ring, in fact, squares all of this up. Now, the axles that he ordered came with a radius ring. And then it also came, because he's got a external seal where we run an internal seal, it actually came with like a chromoly sleeve on here to measure up to the 2.30 that he had provided them with. So what I was actually going to do is I was either going to see if my axle fella who does my cutting and resplining could take that sleeve off there, which was a chromoly type sleeve where the seal runs. I was going to get him to see if he could heat that up and remove it, or plan B was to put a 60 thou ring on there, hoping that the seal was running down here and not up here where we were going to put the 60 thou ring. Once again, a reasonably easy sort of fix, luckily. But once I informed him, the customer, of what direction I could probably take, my first day back at work, he rang me up and he came and collected it. So, you know, that's fine. I got no issue with that. As you see, we got the job together, as we were asked to do. We put it all together for him, and when I questioned him, he just said, "I will take care of it. I'll come and collect it." So that's fine, you know, not a problem. So yeah, once again, I'm not shit canning anybody. I'm not having a go at anybody. I'm just letting you guys know what happened with that diff, because I did say that I was going to do a follow-up video and I didn't get the opportunity to do it, and also to show you how I was going to fix it and the fixed final product. So anyways, all good. That's that one done. But on the brighter side of all of that, Rob Evans has been in touch with me once again, who we sponsor, which is the Yellow Hardtop. What I'll do, here's a couple of clips A couple of clips of Rob's car in action. One in car that was actually the footage of Rob. Now this footage is not my footage. I have literally stole it. I hope people don't mind, but I have taken this from the Chrysler Valiant Australia YouTube page. I'll put a link down below for that, so go and have a look at their stuff. And also I took this other one off of Rob Evans's YouTube channel, so I don't think he'll mind about that. But anyway, here's a couple of clips of Rob's beast in action. Okay, so yes, I believe the PB for that car, for Rob's car, is an 8.7 at 154 mile an hour. So yeah, really moving. Now we build, I build the Diff Centers for Rob's car as a sponsorship type deal. Now this is Rob's. Oh, I've got a couple of little messages on there for me. Now, this diff was built a while ago. It was actually meant to do one season, and then it was meant to come out of the car and get rechecked. When Rob dropped it off yesterday, I said this was supposed to come back after season number 1 with a bit of grin on my face, and he said, yeah, I know. And I said, how many seasons has it been in for now? 3. And he said, yeah, a few. So I think it's actually been in the car for 4 seasons. I am absolutely over the moon. I'm not sure how well the camera will pick that up, but the pattern on it is still absolutely mint. There's no knife edging on the teeth. As you've seen in the video clips, this diff has been abused, absolutely hammered, on the trans brake. Yeah, once again, the car has got a lot of horsepower, as you could see. But yeah, I was expecting to see these knife edged and this gear set extremely worn, but to be quite honest, it could probably go back in the car as it is, but we are doing a ratio change. Once again, here we've got a set of new gears that Rob has supplied to us. What I'm going to be doing with these is something, well, it's not new, but it's new to us as far as doing, but I've known about doing this since I was back at a former diff shop many years ago, like I'm talking back in 2008. We're going to get these gears REM finished or micro polished. The reason I haven't done it before is because the REM finishers in Melbourne, I think it is, that my buddy was sending them to, they don't actually protect where they don't put, what do you call it? They don't put lugs in here to protect the threads, so the threads actually get a little bit of a polish to them as well, and also the bearing landings get a bit of a polish to them as well. Also this one, which is, at the end of the day, it's actually taking a little bit of material off, so you do lose a bit of interference. So my buddy has actually bought a machine, a micro polishing machine, to do gear sets and gearbox components. So yeah, we're going to send these ones down and get them REM finished. So yeah, once again, I hadn't been sending these away because they used to just the polishers used to just chuck them in the machine and then take them out again, and whereas the fella who's going to be doing them for me now, he is actually a different gearbox specialist himself, so he knows what requirements are needed as far as bearing interferences and so forth. So hence the reason we're going to do that one. So yeah, so we'll get them down to my buddies and get them micro polished. So once I get them back from the micro polisher, I'll show you the gear set again, and by that time I'll have this old diff all tore down and cleaned up and ready to go. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll be back with you soon. Okay, we've got all our parts here all cleaned up, ready for the 9-inch. Once again, this was all in really clean condition. Bearings and everything, you know, we just basically had to just give it a degrease and a wipe over. Bearings and everything in it are absolutely mint because it's done bugger all miles as such, but a lot of hard work in those miles. So we've got our gear set back from the micro polisher. I've got 2 sets here done. This one here is for an 85 Pontiac that we're doing, Pontiac Firebird that we're doing. These are the gears that were out of this diff originally, that I installed about 4+ seasons ago, and then we've got the gear set here that we've just got back from the micro polisher. As you can see, they've come up absolutely mint, so very happy with that. Once again, nice smooth finish. All the coarse edges and everything have been taken off of it. As you can see, the difference in the finish of them now. That's polished naturally, and that's how they come from the factory. So yeah, once again, helps to reduce with friction and noise. Good idea to do with the street cars as such, because these are a second-hand, well, not second-hand, but the original gear set in the car that we were doing, but the car was very low mileage, had the micro polished, and yeah, once again, they've come up like brand new. And naturally, because these are a GM gear, genuine GM gear for the Pontiac Firebird. So yeah, so very happy. We've got the gear set back. My buddy turned them around in no time whatsoever for me. Really happy, really appreciate it. As you can see, very nice finish on it all now. Hope the shadow's not too much for it. So now next what we'll do is install it onto the spool. So they have a lot of interference. We call it interference on the spool. They're quite hard to get onto the spool, so we'll have to put this onto the induction heater to make it grow a little bit, and literally like heat shrink it onto the spool itself. Something you do with a lot of the high performance stuff, especially the 9-inch stuff. They have a bit of interference because you don't want any run out at all with the backlash and so forth as it goes on, so it has to go on there nice and true as such. Another feature with this, because it's running the big bearing pinion support, so this is the bearing that runs in the pinion support. As you can see, the bearing clearly does not fit on here, like a prick in a shirt sleeve, as you would say. So it has actually got a collar that we do press onto it. This is the collar here that gets pressed on. So next, what we'll be doing is cleaning up the pinion shaft a little bit. Hit that with some 800 wet rub just to smooth that off and get it a nicer finish again than what it is, just to make it nice and smooth, so that none of this stuff picks up when we press it on there, because I'm going to be the sucker that has to take it off again when I probably do another ratio change for Rob in the future. So yeah, once again, you know, like everything we do, make sure we do it properly. So yeah, so that's that one. Like I said, it's got the big bearing for the big strange pinion support. So yeah, so what I'll do now is, like I said, I'll probably get the pinion support set up with the pinion in there. New seal, so that one's just there for a sample. That's going in the bin. So we'll be putting a new seal on it. Once again, the bearings and everything are mint because it hasn't really done a lot of miles. So yeah, so then so I'll get the pinion support set up, get the gear set onto the spool, get the ARP fasteners all fastened down on there, yeah, and get this thing going. Alrighty, enough waffling, and let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, I've been plugging away at Rob's Pro Iron case here, strange 9-inch. We've got it all finished off. We've set the pinion preload, as these are used bearings. We've set that up to between 6 and 8 they recommend 6 to 8 inch pounds of rotating preload. We've set this up at 6 inch pounds of rotating preload. We've got our new seal in here naturally, and got our gears all nice and polished there, as you can see. Set the gear set up to what is it? It's got six to seven thou backlash all round, so it's come up really nice on there. As you can see, the pattern is textbook. In fact, it emulates the pattern that came on the gear from standard, which is like a bit of a guideline for you. We do these up to 85 inch pounds, foot pounds, and same as these, we do these up to 85 foot pounds as well, the ARP fasteners. So yeah, once again, this is has come up really nice, really happy with it. It turns really nicely, as you can see. Sounds really good as well. The polishing has definitely helped with noise reduction, and definitely helped to get a really nice pattern as well. So yeah, once again, really happy with that, because like I was saying, you know, this diff's going into a Rob's Pro Street car. You know, it's ran 872s at 158 mile an hour, so it's no slouch. And you know, as you can understand, it cops a fair old beating. So yeah, okay. So what I'll do is I'll get this off the bench mule, off the old Mark Williams bench mule, and yeah, we'll get it on the bench and have a bit more of a look at it. Okay, so I've got Rob's Pro Iron Strange 9 inch all finished and off the bench mule, ready to go. Really happy with how everything's come up once again. This is going into Rob's Pro Street car, his hardtop Valiant. We've had, once again, the gears micro polished. That is a service now that we are able to offer for anybody who would like that in their build, or would just like their gear sets micro polished. Please get in touch with us. Once again, my buddy's got his machine up and operational now, so yeah, we can have that done for you. Either, you know, if I build the diff, or even if you just want your gear set done, quite happy to accommodate that, and you know, have gear sets done for people. So yeah, very happy with how it's all come up. So that'll pretty much do it. Once again, we've reused the bearings in it because they were very low mileage, but everything's set up very nicely. Naturally, we've got a solid pinion spacer in there and everything. Sorry, I didn't film a little bit more of it. So yeah, that's that one all finished and ready for Rob to pick up and go and run some more 870s. So yeah, excellent. Alrighty, so that'll just about do us for this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Most appreciated. You know, getting a heap of views and a heap of subscribers, really appreciate that, guys. So yeah, that'll pretty much do us until next time. Once again, we've got heaps on the go, so do subscribe, because then you won't, you know, miss out on what we're up to. And hopefully we'll have some more bit different content coming up to in the future. So yeah, once again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all next time. Mid Coast Diff Shop.